It's IBC 2024, and I'm here on the Zixi stand speaking to Alan. Hi, Alan. How are we doing?
I'm great, thanks.
Good. So, Zixi, we know all about your, the Zixi protocol, and we know Zixi, but you've got a unique message. This IBC.
Well, yeah, Zixi is not just the protocol; is the first message.
Yeah.
It's an entire platform. So there's a control plane. There's a broadcaster that processes the video, and we're very focused on the total cost of ownership.
Right.
Paying for the software is only one part of the job. You've also got to pay for the infrastructure.
There's a lot of levels to doing it. Yeah.
I mean, you've got to pay for the infrastructure, and that is primarily the compute and the egress bandwidth.
Okay.
And so Zixi's been very focused on, first of all, allowing our customers to understand what their total cost is, because very often the cost of the infrastructure is more than the cost of the software. And therefore, you need to know all of those before you can make a business decision.
Yeah.
So we have this theme, do the math.
Right.
We are able to show customers a hard number. This is exactly what it's going to cost you to run where you choose to run it. And we say hard because those are numbers you can take to the CFO.
Right, okay.
All right. And then there are these softer benefits, and we only call them soft because they're subjective, they're very difficult to quantify.
Okay.
But that's what primarily most people try and sell on, is the benefits of Zixi. And of course, there are many of those. And we're very focused on reducing the total cost of ownership in a demonstrable way. So people can talk about free protocols, but they're not really free, because you still need compute to run them and you still need to egress them.
Yeah.
So Zixi is very focused on maximizing the efficiency. And so we have a couple of things. One is DPDK, which is the data plane development kit. And that allows us to run, very efficiently. So we can get a lot of throughput through a very small compute module.
Okay.
It's 10x plus.
Okay.
Literally, it's an order of magnitude better. And then the other thing is the egress. And Zixi compresses null packets. So what that means is these are the packets that are inserted by encoders to bring the bit rate up to a constant level.
Okay.
They're not necessary for the video content, so we take them out, we compress them, and then we put them back at the other end. And what that does is reduces the egress bill. And so we're able to calculate this and compare it to other protocols and show them exactly, this is the difference in your total cost using Zixi. And very often, the cost of the Zixi software plus the efficient compute and egress is less than the free protocol.
Right. Okay.
Because you're paying more egress. You're paying more. So you're talking 30 to 50% difference.
And even if you work well with other protocols, but it's still, the idea, use the Zixi protocol, the Zixi solution as an entirety.
Right. And we, of course, have gone out and spent a lot of time partnering with as many people in the industry as we can. So we try and be friendly to
And you've optimized for your own ecosystem, so to speak, really.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So the ideal customer that would have turned up this week and you had a chat with, I mean, the obvious question is everybody. Is that the obvious answer, sorry, is everybody?
It is, but increasingly you're finding people that are doing a couple of things. They're looking at moving off their legacy infrastructure, their satellite.
Okay. Yeah.
Satellite distribution is quite expensive and it's quite inflexible. And so Zixi has a solution for that using the platform that allows for moving off a satellite. We believe, again, on a TCO basis, that we can provide a solution which A, is more flexible, and B, will actually cost less than the satellite.
Yeah.
So that's one big thing. So anyone that's on satellite today really should come and have a conversation
with us.
Chat. The other thing is, as people move their origination out of the legacy on-prem and up into the cloud, they need to then transport video in and out of the cloud. And so we are providing those solutions. And of course, that then brings the possibility of simplifying workflows as everything moves into the cloud. Zixi is there ready to connect from the ground and up into the cloud or cloud to cloud. Yeah. Key to that is not only do you simplify the workflow, but you also provide visibility through a single pane of glass to the customer and all the distributors in the way. So a big network can see where their content is and that it arrived safe and sound.
Yeah.
And that's pretty critical for that.
It's important. I don't want to say accountability, but you've got to know where. Yeah.
It's the flexibility and the cost. So that, they need to understand that the cost is manageable and predictable.
Yeah.
That's why we do the math. That's why we tell them exactly what it's going to cost.
Yeah.
And they need the flexibility to be able to change it. So in the old CapEx world, you invest the CapEx and then you wait for 5 years. You can't change it without spending more money. In the cloud, you are able to flexibly move it up and down to meet the business needs at the particular time while still being able to predict the costs. And that's basically our message.
Thank you very much, Alan, for your time. We've all learned something there. Remind us of the website that we send people to. I'm sure it's easy.
www.zixi.com.
Easy enough. And for everything else that we're doing at IBC 2024, it's kitplus.com.